Hi, welcome to Houses Through History. On this episode, we're here at the notorious Gateshead Manner, home of Mrs. Reed and the late Mr. Reed. Let's take a look inside. How are you today, Miss Eyre?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. So we've got some questions to ask you. Starting off, just to make sure, you've lived in here since you were a kid, correct?
Yeah, Mr. Reed took me in as one of his own.
Alright, so I assume you two knew each other pretty well?
Not so well, I was young when he died.
Alright, so then does Mrs. Reed treat you the same way?
Not so much. Mr. Reed treated me as one of the other Reed children, like one of his own. And when he died, he told Mrs. Reed to treat me the same, but she kind of just treated me as a peasant.
So you didn't really like living here too much?
I'd rather die.
Alright, well just remember, Jane, that's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. So our sources said that you saw a ghost here.
Yeah, one night, John and I were fighting.
Why are you looking at me like that, you
I'm
ugly,
sorry,
degenerate,
Don't talk to me that
little
way.
thing?
Who do
You
you think
peasant!
you are?
How
Who do
dare
you
you!
think
Best to be civilized towards Jane, but a woman of such low birth could only bring trouble for me and the rest of the household. I tried my best to do everything for her, tried to help her work and do things, but she did nothing. She was a low, lying slob who was lazy and inconsiderate and rude.
Stop into the red room! Bessie, take her away! Go, take her! Get out of here! You've worked here as a servant for some years now, right?
Yes, that's correct.
What's it like living here, Gateshead?
It's enjoyable. I like to raise the kids, and Jane Eyre especially is very fun to be around. Let's go to the red room. Bessie, I didn't do anything wrong. I know, so. But Bessie, I don't like it up here. Seriously. Bessie, please, talk to Mrs. Reed. You have to go in here. I'm sorry. Bessie! I'm sorry. Bessie, I thought you would.
Let's go, Bessie. Honest, I'm not too fond of Miss Eyre. She's just always so unappreciative of my efforts, and she doesn't recognize how much it takes for me to have her here, and doesn't treat me with the respect that I feel and everybody else feels I deserve.
Speaking of her, what was the incident with the ghost light?
Oh, that little girl, so full of fantasies. She claims that while being punished by me, because she was fighting with my beloved son, that she saw the ghost of my dead husband. I mean, the nerve of that girl to bring up the love of my life in an incident like this, I just can't even deal with her. She's crazy.
Ooh, let me go. Ow. Ah.
What's wrong, Jane? What's wrong? Help! What'd you see? Mrs. Reed banished me to the red room where Mr. Reed had died, and I was trapped and I thought I saw it.
So I assume you don't believe her story in the red room, do you?
Of course not. She's just dilly-dallying on and on about a ghost. There is no such thing as ghosts, of course, and she's just trying to catch your attention. Trust me, she's nothing but a liar.
Jane? Jane?
On the night of Jane's run-in in the red room with the ghost, correct?
Yes, I heard Jane screaming and I came up to see what it was about, and she claimed that there was a ghost.
So do you believe that?
Miss Reed says it's impossible, but I feel that Jane would never lie.
So you didn't really like living here too much?
I'd rather die.
Alright, well just remember, Jane, that's a permanent solution to a temporary problem.